In ancient Indian tradition, the sage Markandeya is believed to be immortal and privileged to witness the endless cycle of the universe's creation, destruction, and recreation. The idea of pralaya, or the complete destruction of the universe, is not unique to Indian culture. Even modern sciences, like astronomy, predict that the universe will eventually face an end, although this would happen after millions of years. In the ancient Indian view, this process is cyclical, like day and night. During pralaya, nature's forces erupt, causing total destruction. 12 suns are said to shine at once, reducing everything to ashes. After this fiery end, clouds gather due to the heat, bringing heavy rains that flood the entire world. Following this, Brahma, the creator, sends powerful winds to scatter the clouds into the vastness of space. At this point, the god Narayana, in the form of a baby, rests on a banyan leaf for thousands of years. After a long period of spiritual rest, called *yoganidra*, he awakens to begin creation once more. A lotus grows from Narayana's navel, and Brahma is born from it, ready to recreate the universe. This cycle of creation and destruction continues endlessly, according to the ancient belief. Markandeya visited the Divana forest, where the Pandavas were living, and shared many stories with Yudhishthira. Ramasa and Markandeya are central figures in the Parva, one of the longest sections of the Mahabharata. One of the most striking parts of their conversation is Markandeya's description of the future events in the Kali Yuga, the era of decline. His predictions, filled with a sense of forewarning, proved to be remarkably accurate in many instances. Markandeya explained that in Krita Yuga, the goddess of dharma stands on all four legs, symbolizing a time of perfect righteousness. In Treta Yuga, she stands on 3 legs, meaning there's 25% corruption and 75% virtue. In Dvapara Yuga, she balances on 2 legs, showing an equal split between good and evil. However, in Kali Yuga, she stands on just 1 leg, with corruption overwhelming righteousness by a ratio of 75 to 25. In Kali Yuga, Markandeya warned, there will be widespread moral decay. Truth will disappear, and people will live shorter lives. Hatred between social classes will grow, leading to intense competition and conflict. People will become aggressive, cruel, and deceitful, with no place for idealism. Brahmins will abandon the study of sacred texts, while some Shudras will take up spiritual practices. Social roles will blur, and warriors, the Kshatriyas, will lose their bravery and integrity, choosing to live in servitude. Crops will fail, and everything will become tainted. Brahmins will enter into trade and farming, while atheistic ideas will rise, and people will reject the scriptures. Sacrifices will fade away, and commerce will become synonymous with corruption. The fear of sin will vanish, and virtue will be forgotten. Laws will break down, with police colluding with criminals, leaving rulers powerless. Wars will be increasingly destructive, with new weapons of mass destruction invented. Even food will be sold, and girls as young as 8 will bear children. Family bonds will shatter, values will change, and all sacred ties, including those between teacher and student, will be violated. Wealth, alcohol, and women will be idolized, while barbarians take control of power and authority. Corruption will dominate society, and righteousness will be openly disregarded. However, Markandeya foretold that when corruption and depravity reach their peak, Lord Vishnu will incarnate in the village of Sambala. He will defeat the wicked rulers and re-establish righteousness, marking the return of Krita Yuga, a new age of virtue and order.